In Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
What a mess. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I've been talking about medical stuff for the last hour and a half. No, that's not true. I've been talking about medical stuff for the last 2 hours. And I think it's important that we realize that there's some things about medicine that we have to fix. There's some things about medicine, just as much as we got to fix police officers and firefighters and people that work for the city, the state, the county, private insurance company, whatever it is that needs to be fixed, right? Medical doctors are not far behind. But I can't say that without first saying Black doctors matter. So for me, I went through, and I think I talked about it here, to a point that I got tired of listening to doctors who were so rushed that they didn't even know. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, okay, so it will literally take you a lifetime to learn how to treat and heal Black people. Because we haven't been a part of medicine for so long, and we're just starting to be part of medical research, because we're just, to a small point, coming back to trust doctors. That I'm starting to realize that Black doctors matter. Like, having somebody that treats me that looks like me is important to me. Having someone to watch over me and ask me questions that are only germane to me being a Black man matters. Going through and not checking the things that are important to me as a Black man versus being a white man. There are certain indigenous things to my heritage that have to be watched. Heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure, all those things. Stroke. It's higher in the Black community because of the stresses that we have. And so we're going to be talking about that Saturday during Men Making Health a Priority. And this is not what that's about. It's a phenomenal program, and I'll tell you some stuff about that later. But it begs the question, do Black doctors really matter? Do Black medical doctors really matter? Do you prefer a Black doctor versus a white doctor? And if so, why? 833-212-1017. We like to talk about seeing ourselves and using being treated by yourself, and seeing a Black doctor lets young people know that they can become a medical doctor and all that. But in the end, being treated by a doctor doesn't matter. Also, what about the age? Does the age of the doctor matter? I went from a 50, 55-year-old Asian doctor to a Black female doctor in their 30s. And there was a marked difference. There was a significant difference in how I was treated as a person. Was it because they were newer? Or do you even trust them because they were new? And that's what stuck in my head. Black doctors matter. Just like we like to see ourselves and be treated by people that look like us, live around people that look like us. That's one thing. But can a white doctor actually care enough to give you the treatment that you need? Or am I a little bit over the top? I don't know. What do you think about it? 833-212-1017. I'm torn because I have white doctors that treat me, and they are phenomenal. But here's the kicker. You ready? They're specialists. And when you're a specialist and you stick to one area, you tend to be better at making sure your particular thing is taken care of and that you're up on it and that you know how it works and all those things, right? But at some point, you have to make it a point to realize that your doctor matters. And in that case, Black doctors matter. Otherwise, you're just going to be going through the motions, and they're going to be asking questions that don't really match or fit what your culture is. There are just some things Black people should not be eating, certain things Black people should not be doing that white people actually do that are detrimental to us. And if you don't know that, I might get some advice that's not necessarily true. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. Children that are growing up and seeing who they want to be, children that are going to doctors that have been in the family the entire time. And somebody said something very important to me. They said, growing up, their mother had the same doctor that they had, and that doctor was in their 30s, and they were close to the same age. And as they aged and the doctor retired. And now this person doesn't trust the young doctor. And is that a generational thing? Is that a generational difference where you just don't trust people your age? That's just weird to me. That's just bizarre. 833-212-1017. That's my question for the day. That's my question for the year, really. I got to ask it, and you know it. Regardless of what anybody says or does, or regardless of what anybody thinks, you have to ask yourself the poignant question. And you've heard it already, and you know what it is. Do Black doctors matter?
That is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bring all your family